What's up, guys? So with this update, we had pretty much the addition of a second black hole orb set of units. So pretty much the pumpkin orb units are exactly identical to what the black hole orb units actually do. But as you guys know, the stat matching units are pretty much just absolute garbage. Now, there's a lot of problems with them. There's problems with copying boss damage from Celestial. There's copies with problems with ability damage as far as I know. There are also problems with speed. If you have equipped those units, you probably noticed that these units are not fast when they actually follow you. I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed that. But nonetheless, yeah, like these units are absolute garbage and they actually don't do jack shit. So even if you have a Dio, which I don't, Dio is not so good. Like, it's better to just use a unit, even if it's like a godly mythical or anything, it's gonna be better than a Dio. Now, with this update, we had pretty much some changes to how the scaling units worked. They tried to fix the formula, and essentially what they did. Now, for example, I'm gonna equip this Curse Hunter, as you can see. Technically, on paper, it does 92 million damage, right? So you would think that if I was to equip my 100% stat match unit, the Naruto, which I got yesterday. I don't know if you guys watched that video. I'll put it on the screen right now. If you want, you can watch that. It should say 92 million. But as you can see, it's pretty much 250 million. So they pretty much made a formula where it calculates how much DPS, I guess, like these passives combine. And then it translates that DPS to a damage, like to a flat value, so that it's kind of on par. But to most people's disappointment, especially because this unit was introduced, it's still shit. It's absolutely shit still. Now, what if I told you guys that I found a way to actually make these units viable and usable? And yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys like have at least this Alucard, Vampire Lords. Maybe some of you guys have what you call Rias from DXT, the mythical. As you can see, I still haven't gotten one, even though I've opened shitloads of candy. But yeah, so basically I found a way to actually fix those issues with the unit. And in this video, that's what we're gonna showcase. Now, I don't know if talents affect it. Like speed talents, ability damage, crit damage. People say that these actually work. I don't know if they do. But yeah, I guess that's something that we can figure out. Although, since my guy has 98 speed, to be honest, he's kind of keeping up. Like, I've seen a lot worse in stat match units. Actually, wait, let's just do this instead, maybe. Just gonna equip this unit for reference, and let's try to find somebody that has like really bad speed, so we can check if it actually works. Okay, 22, that's pretty shit. 14, okay, that's even worse. Okay, I'll take that. Now, okay, so you see, yeah, like he's a lot slower, I think. Now, obviously, my dashes didn't work, so we didn't really see that. But yeah, he seems like he's much slower than the Tailed Beast. We can actually equip both of them at the same time. But yeah, nonetheless, the speed of the unit is not so important, but it's more so about the damage. Yeah, there you go. You see, like, he's so slow. So anyway, let's go head over to the dummy. Now, I am going to equip my Curse Hunter, so we have like something to scale off. And I'm going to equip my Tailed Beast, and I'm just going to let them slap the dummy for a while. I think the peak was 3.1 billion, as far as I remember. I don't know. Like, let's just like let them do some damage, and we're going to check out. I'm probably going to time-lapse this, but yeah, I think the peak was around 3.1 billion, if I'm not being mistaken. So yeah, let's just let it go through a little bit. I think Naruto still hasn't casted once. Okay, there we go. So there's the Naruto casting about, well, anytime you want, buddy. Okay, there we go. So there's the ultimate, and yeah, let's see how much it's going to peak at. Okay, I think nothing critted this time around. That's why the DPS is so low. But yeah, that is absolutely horrific. 1.6 billion with Curse Hunter with a perfection skin and stat match unit. That is absolutely horrific DPS wise. But I'm pretty sure that's because it didn't crit. So yeah, I think it's just gonna go back up to 3.1 billion as a peak. Okay, there you go. I guess my Aizen only goes up to 3.1 billion. But yeah, as you can see, like, I'm not doing a lot of damage right now. Like, my DPS is falling off, even with a Tailed Beast. And yeah, like, it looks like that's the peak. Okay, there we go. I guess both of the ultimates are going through right now. And we'll probably have no crits. Okay, there we go. 3 billion. 3.2. We touched 3.3 billion for a second. That's as far as we could get. Now, what if I told you guys that attack speed from skins actually affects those units? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I roll this Astolfo into a Furious one. Now, I showcased how broken Astolfo's skin is yesterday, so obviously the skin will play a factor, but people have been saying that Furious actually affects the stat match units attack speed, which is kind of crazy to think of. So yeah, we're gonna run the same exact thing again, and we'll see how much better it's gonna be right now. And there you go, you can see straight off the bat, 4.3 billion. Obviously, as the timer goes on, like, it's gonna drop slightly. That's just the spike, because we've basically been attacking for just a few seconds, and like they both spiked. But there you go, another set of ultimates coming through. And okay, what is my Astolfo doing? Looks like my Astolfo is just AFK, I guess. But yeah, you see, like, it reaches 4 billion easily for fun. There you go. You can tell that the skin plus the Furious effect actually affect them. And what if I told you guys that they're actually good now? Now, in order to, I guess, have a much better image as to if they actually... Okay, there we go, 4 billion, 4.4 billion peak. So 4.4 billion is the peak. But you can see that it's comfortably between 3 and 4 billion DPS-wise, and it is actually really good. But yeah, now let's test if the unit is actually now better than another like unit that you would normally use in your inventory. Okay, there you go, 3.2, 4 billion. Anyway, retreat. I'm gonna unequip this guy, and I'm gonna use the Takeshi Perfection skin, Black Hole, Celestial, basically as good as the unit gets, obviously, besides being shiny. And yeah, like the difference is so small, it's only 5 million on paper. So technically, like, the other combination should perform better than this. And if it does, you can tell that this thing with Astolfo with Furious actually works pretty well, and any Furious for that matter. So yeah, let's see how this combination performs. Hopefully it doesn't do better. So these other units are actually used, and okay, let's see. First set of ultimates coming through. 2.9, 3.1, 3.4, 3.8, okay, 4.5 billion peak. Okay, never mind. It just keeps on rising. 4.8 billion. So yeah, apparently this guy still smokes. The units even with a Furious skin on it. Okay, 3.6. Well, this time around, okay, it's still 4.8 billion peak. So this definitely performs better. They're also, the good thing about these two, well, actually, I don't know if it performs better. Like, the only way to actually test if it performs better is to just like let it DPS for like 2-3 minutes, so that even the spikes on the DPS on the ultimates matter, because basically what's happening right now is those two units are perfectly in sync, as you guys noticed, their ultimates. So it's pretty much guaranteed that the spike on the DPS will be higher, although I still do think that they do more overall damage. But nonetheless, I think if you had like a full team like this, right? So I just equipped my team. I don't know what this guy is doing in my damage team, actually. Okay, Time Breaker. Yeah, so like a sample team like this, right? Now, I'm pretty sure that like equipping this guy as a 7th unit with the Furious skin should perform better than having like an old Sage, probably. Because like if you look at this, right? Time Breaker is 76 million. Retsuki is, I don't know why Retsuki is 77. To be honest, oh, it's because of the skin difference. Okay, so there is a slight skin gap. Wait, we actually do this. While this is only demonic skin, it should give us a better idea. And yeah, like, okay, so obviously Black Hole, infinitely better than Assassin. But yeah, like this guy is 79 million. Okay, my Genshiro is 83. Like, this is not very objective because it has Black Hole, which is a 2x damage multiplier. But yeah, like, if you compare like even a double Black Hole unit, like on Old Sage, it would be 70 something million. And if it's not obviously Black Hole, it would be less than 60 billion. So maybe this guy is actually better. I think for a 7th slot, this is definitely a very solid option. And Furious skin kind of salvages the situation. Now, apparently if you use skin on Tail Beast, it doesn't really seem to work. The unit just doesn't show. Try it with another skin if the same issue persists. Okay, looks like, yeah, okay, what the hell? She's all the way down here. Okay, I guess that's the problem. Just offset on Y. But yeah, anyway, I think that is a pretty good band-aid, I guess, until the stat match unit is fixed. But you should definitely find your team. Try to equip a Furious Halloween skin. Ideally Astolfo if you have it. We showcased yesterday as to why Astolfo is so good. And that's because his ultimate is really, really short, which basically means that he can just get back into attacking faster without attacks and just carry on the ultimate. Also, the ultimates do come in faster, obviously, if you attack more and you have less downtime. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you found it helpful. And best of luck getting your Narutos and Aizens. Like, even if this doesn't really do much for you, like the entire purpose of this video, eventually this will get fixed, right? Because like these units are gonna be a very big part of the game, especially later on, as the game becomes even more advanced. So yeah, they will be fixed eventually. So just try to get your hands on a Naruto. It's literally a 100k Robux pet instead of like buying a Dio or whatever the next unit is gonna be. Because I don't know if you guys know it, but see here, Black Hole Orb will be removed next update. Now, I don't know if they will just remove it for now or if they will replace it. I'm pretty sure they will replace it. There's no way they would just remove it because they're making money off it, right? Like, I think one of the biggest parts of a game's monetization, besides the game passes, is this. Maybe even more than the potions, I don't know. Even though potions are a much more stable income for the game. But nonetheless, anyway guys, that was pretty much it for this video. As always, if you guys have enjoyed, make sure to click the like and subscribe button down below. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.